Kaz's got the tea.
Just say hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Just build a race car, right? Stop fucking around. Welcome back. Today is another big day. 2 days into starting a race team, and we have so much to do in such little time. We need to give the engine and the bodywork our attention today.
We have to try and make sense of all this bodywork.
And Hazza on the camera gets our own little project. I've got a job for you if you're interested.
Tell me more.
We've got the trailer that the race car goes on, and it's been sat out here for, what, a year and a half? Yeah. And it needs some love, it needs some attention, TLC. So we're wondering if you were interested in maybe giving it a clean, giving it a paint up. We've got these sponsor strips that we need our sponsors on. So I've made up the stickers, and I'm hoping that I've made the right sizes and they'll go on here. They'll fit nicely on here. But yeah, I mean, look, it needs some of the rust. It needs a wire brush, get some of the rust off. It needs repainting. The lawnmower needs removing. And the wheels need a clean. You know, it needs some love.
Sure. Will there be music?
Of course there's music.
Side door, so it's like an inner and an outer on the side door.
We started with the roof panel. It had a built-in flap for Brad to get in and out of the car. The next challenge was going through all the nuts and bolts.
I don't know if we can do something that's a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, whatever we decide to use, they all need to be the same.
Yeah.
So we can undo that whole panel with like one tool.
Yeah.
This improves efficiency and makes last-minute crash damage repairs quick and simple.
We figured out another piece to the puzzle. Ah, that goes there. So they're all inner panels that you don't even see once the outer panels are on.
Well, actually, you will probably see this one because once we put the door on, there's nothing here around the wheel, and you'll be able to see into it.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna have to paint this one.
Most teams wrap the bodywork in printed stickers. We got a price to do this, and it was gonna cost over $2,000, which isn't an option for us on our budget.
I just fell in the oil.
Oh no, all that effort.
I have a vinyl cutting machine, and Brad has some black paint, so we are gonna do a homemade job. Bar the price of the paint and the vinyl, our paint job is gonna be free.
There's 3 different colours, but it's starting to look like a car. There's no way we're using this. I mean,
Can't salvage it.
looks like it's been shot at many times with a machine gun. So, gonna order some panels and then send your dad to go get them.
Yeah, hopefully he pays for it.
While Brad was carrying on with the bodywork, I started going through all the boxes of broken parts, figuring out what's good and what's bad.
Yeah, that exhaust bracket looks so ugly. Look at that thing.
It's terrible.
When the exhausts go on, the motor's in, I'm 100% making a new one of those. Hideous. And it looks dangerous, it looks sharp as well.
Yeah.
One last little metal job for me was to replace this bracket that runs along the back of the car. It's all ready for some new bodywork to arrive. Now it's time to look at the engine.
I can see you're skeptical.
We got our engine seal this morning. The guy came, put our tags on, rocker covers sealed, head sealed. We're just in the process of putting the clutch cover back on so we can chuck it back in the car. We had to do a couple little changes on the car, like my seat had to be swapped and a couple bolts missing, but nothing crazy. But yeah, we're all passed on the engine and the chassis, ready to go. Woo, yeah.
Woo!
So yeah, today is really you on the trailer, if you're up for it. Still really haven't said yes, I don't know.
Sure.
Because we've had the motor sealed, as Brad said. Yeah. He's currently putting exhaust studs in the motor, and then we're going to try and get it in the car and maybe get it running. But we don't have a clutch gasket yet.
I think as well, we need to flush the radiator.
Come and have a look at this mess. Look at that. So yeah, plenty to do. And we're now another week closer to going on a practice day on the 20th. But there's a plot twist, and it looks like that might not be happening because there's not enough people booked on, which means the only other practice day is next weekend, and we don't have an engine in the car.
I was thinking about that practice day, and we got two options. We either go to Gympie or we go to Kingaroy. But if we go to Kingaroy, I'm really shit at. Like, I'm not great on that track.
Gympie was cancelled, so Kingaroy it is. Sorry, Brad, you're gonna have to go to a track that you're shit at.
6 days to go.
6 days.
Shit.
This mess is the battery tray. We seem to be adding more jobs to the list rather than completing jobs on the list. Once I tidied up the battery box, I was jumping from job to job, just trying to make as much progress as possible. The fact that the engine wasn't in the car yet was playing on my mind. We also had another important thing that we needed to start looking at, and that was the wheels and tyres.
First sticker on.
How long are the tyres lasting, and what is the deal with the sizes?
You get around 8 races out of a tyre, but that also depends on the other thing you were talking about, which is the tyre size. So on these cars we can run 3 sizes. There's a 205, a 215 and a 235. In the rules, the right rear tyre has to be a 235 and it has to have a beadlock rim on it, which is what this is here. So this is just a plate, and you put your tyre on the rim on the inside, and then this plate holds the tyre to the rim, and you just bolt these in, torque them down. That just stops them from popping off the bead because of how much load they're under. I'll have a 235 on the right rear, and then we'll put a 215 on the left rear, a 215 on the front right, and then a 205 on the front left. And starting pressures for the night, the left front is 7 psi, right front is 10 psi, left rear, at the start of the night I'll run a 215, and that's got 6 psi in it, and then my right rear has a 8 psi in it. So they're all over the place, all the tyre sizes are different, all the pressures are different. Not only that, is these also, you can run a soft tyre or a medium tyre. So depending on the track condition and whether or not it's got grip, or like if you want a tyre to last, you'd run a medium tyre. So we have, this is a soft tyre, so the soft tyre is going to chew through the rubber faster than the medium. So if I had a medium on, like I said, you'd probably get about 8 races, but with a soft, being a right rear, you'd maybe like 4 races. This is the first rim I ever bought, and the very first race in my second heat race, I drove straight into the wall, and yeah. So I don't know if this is the wheel, or I've got another one. Yeah.
This one's pretty battered as well. Do we have enough tyres to go do the practice day on the 20th?
Yeah.
They are pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, one of these tyres will run you up $400 basically, and that's across all sizes. And then a beadlock rim is also 400. So if we do a tyre and a rim at the same time, we're up for $800.
So I suppose we just set them to a tyre pressure and then see if they go down later.
Yeah, I'll get some soapy water as well, see if the bead on that one is cooked.
Hazo is making great progress with the trailer.
Cool. What do you reckon?
It looks amazing. I already have a business name for you. Hazo's Trailer Restoration. In goes the newly sealed GSXR 1000 engine. The reason why the motor needs sealing is to show at each race we haven't been tampering with the internals to produce more power. If we break those blue tabs, a scrutineer will need to recheck the internals and seal the motor again.
Back to work.
Got to keep the driver hydrated. Delicious. So I was just checking over this front end because there's a couple of things loose. I've wound these bars out so it doesn't hit the shock anymore. We can clear it, but the setting's way out. Like look at the angle of the wheel. That cannot be right. There's no way we should be running it like that. Then I noticed that this bar on the chassis is bent. And Brad looked at me and said, oh, I did crash there and smash that side of the car up. And there's no way in hell we got time to do that. It needs cutting out and redoing. But it's the main structure. There's no way we have time. So we've got to try and come up with a plan of getting the car set up so the wheels are kind of in line still and compensate for the chassis being bent. Comment below if you're an expert in setting up a Modlite, because we need your help.
Please. We're desperate.
Brad's going to be driving around with 3 fucking wheels at this point.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing. Oh no, it's so bad. I can't believe I didn't notice it before, to be honest.
It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look like it should be that bad. Can you see it on camera? This bar here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that bad, and you wouldn't think it would make that much of a difference, but it really does, you know, because it hits this fucking shock.
Yeah, I think in the process of rebuilding that corner when I rolled, it was just the rush of getting the car back out on the track that got overlooked, because everything did go together. There was no problem, like, not that there was no problem, but we just assumed that there wasn't a problem, only because everything just mounted back up.
Yeah.
You know, but when you take your time and you actually do it how you're supposed to do it, and this is what happens, you find this shit.
Just do it like it's never been done before. Just do it like the moment's fire.
We're trying to build a reliable race car, and we're dealing with stuff like this. I mean, the throttle cable is literally on its last legs.
Just do it like it's never been done before.
I wanted to wrap these pipes, but we did not have time. The more we're working on the car, the more stuff we're finding that needs to be sorted. We're alive!
No fuel pump.
No fuel pump.
It's
Fuel
not
pump!
switch. That's not good. Oh shit, it's pissing out.
No more welding.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Where's that coming from?
It's just coming out of the fuel. The hose. It's not clamped properly.
Did you do that up?
Yeah, they're both done up tight. I might put a smaller one on there.
Yeah, I did bring some smaller ones down.
Shit, that's not good then.
So talk me through what the scrutineer said again.
So the fuel pump has to turn on and prime, and then it needs to turn off. So when the car stalls, the pump needs to be off.
If the car stalls, the pump turns off.
Scratch your head.
Then it should turn off.
Yeah. Well, once it hits pressure, it should turn off.
Yeah. This whole system was fine until one of the dudes rolled and his airbox got knocked off and cut a fuel line on the front, and his car had stalled, but it was still pumping fuel. So it lit a fire, the car stalled, but the fuel was still pumping, so it just created a bigger fire.
So they should have pulled that switch.
Yeah,
Which
but
just made it stop pumping.
now what they want is that before they even come and turn this switch off, the fuel pump turns off because the car stalled.
The list gets longer.